Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a few newer things that just hit Sephora. This is the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter and I have the shade number 1. We're going to be trying that on my combination oily skin. I have the Caliray Hideaway Brightening Under Eye Color Corrector Clean and Hydrating Serum Concealer. And I have the shade Dawn, which is the pinky tone. And then I will be showing you the Haus Labs blushes. This is the existing shade Pomelo Peach. And then we have Fire Moon, which is one of the new shades. So I just have the two combined. So if you wanted to see what I think of these products and how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so skin is prepped. I didn't put a primer on because I think I'm going to use this. It's backwards. The Forever Skin Glow Star Filter mixed with my foundation. So I just don't want to put, it's supposed to smooth, brighten, and blur. And it's also supposed to hydrate for up to 24 hours. So because it has like a blurring quality to it, I got the shade number 1, by the way, which I was going to get number 2. Good thing I didn't because look. Yeah, so because it has that kind of blurring quality to it, and I'm going like this because I feel like highlights generally don't blur, but we'll see. I'm going to mix it with a matte foundation. I was going to use my Dior, but I think I'm going to use just my Colorstay because this one I know I really like the Dior. I like it, but it's not my favorite. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to mix. I'm not going to put this all over my face. I'm just going to mix it in with my foundation. So that is the shade number 1. And I will show you a comparison to the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm sure you've seen it a few times already, but we'll probably do it again. And I'm just mixing with my foundation. And the reason I'm mixing is because if I put it underneath and I put my matte foundation over it, I just feel like you're not really going to see the benefits of that kind of glow aspect because I'm probably going to put a matte powder over top too. So I want you as a viewer to be able to see the glow on my face. So I'm also probably, after I do the powder, or maybe before, put a little bit of the glow on my cheek, like on my upper cheek as a highlight also, just so you could see that it can be worn at like on top of makeup as a highlight or underneath makeup or mixed in with your foundation as well. So you can see that glow. Looks like I have a little spot here that I didn't know I had, but yeah, you can definitely see the glow mixed in with the foundation. And it's hard to tell if it's this. See, maybe I should have done one side with this underneath so I could see if it really does have a blurring quality to it. But for a glowy product, I'm not seeing a huge emphasis on my pores, which I normally would. So, and maybe that's because it's mixed with the foundation, but it's not giving me that like greasy look. It's giving more pretty glow. And I've used it this same way the last couple times. And by the end of the day, like I'm still not looking greasy. I'm just looking like I have a nice glow to the skin. Just using a little bit more here. And I'm not going to use this on my nose. That's the only spot that I'm like, no. I don't love being shiny here either, which as you can see I am, but it's fine for the video. Just going to get the rest of my face here. And it really does have like a hydrating feel to it. Not sticky though. So if you're worried about that, if you are a combo, it's not a sticky feeling hydration. It's not gonna make you feel oilier in any way. So as you can see, I have quite a bit of shine on that forehead. I don't love that. I would prefer shine just right here. But I like the shine here. Don't love it right here. I probably should have avoided this whole area, but for the sake of the video, I do want to show it. So like I said, not going to use it on the nose because that's the one spot that I feel like I look sweaty if I have an oily nose, and I'm just, no. So that's what we're looking like with that product on the face so far. And this was like a scary product for me to buy because I would see people using it and I'm like, that looks so good. But also, if you're oily, it is scary to try a product like this because you never know how it's going to turn out. Like I have the e.l.f. What is it called? Halo Glow liquid filter, and I never use it. And I think it's because I just have a fear of looking oily. It is very nice. And same with the Charlotte Tilbury, but Charlotte Tilbury I only really ever use as a highlight. But I should use these e.l.f. ones because they're very pretty. I know a lot of people just use them as basically their foundation. That doesn't work for me. I'm just way too oily for that business. But okay, so we're just gonna push this into the skin now. And I feel like when you do that, it kind of helps to take away some of the excess product so you don't look as unnaturally glowy. So that's what we are looking like so far. So far, so good. I'm going to also try this guy. This is the Caliray Hideaway Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Serum Concealer. So let's just read a little bit about it. Delivers instant radiance that awakens under eyes and anywhere. Oh, okay, not just under eyes. With an all-day formula, smoothing, lightweight hydration. There's peptides with hyaluronic acid, 3 hyaluronic acids, food skin with plumping. I can't read. Flood skin, not food. Plus 3 hyaluronic acids, flood skin with plumping skincare benefits, and a blurred look. So it's color correcting. So it does say that it's a concealer, but it also says brightening. Oh, okay. It's confusing because it says brightening under eye color corrector, but then it also says clean and hydrating serum concealer. So is it a color corrector or a concealer? Because I would use this in conjunction with a concealer, but because it's called a concealer, I'm like, do I use it by itself? I've done both. I prefer it with a concealer, but I'll show you. I'll probably do one with just the color corrector. Oh, I got the shade Dawn, I think. Dawn, which is the pinky shade, because I do like that brightening kind of under eye look. And I do find it's thin. It's a very thin formula. Like if you're thinking Tower 28, thinner than that. Similar to the concealer from Sephora, Sephora Collection concealer. This one here, the Best Skin Ever, which I didn't mind. It wasn't my favorite, but it was okay. So let's blend this out. I like to leave it sit for like a few seconds just so that there's a little bit more coverage. But yeah, I did try it yesterday on its own and it was okay, but I don't know. I just like it kind of mixed like I do with my, this guy. The makeup eraser, or sorry, not makeup eraser. Maybelline Instant Age Rewind eraser. It's a corrector. This is the shade 160. It's a little bit darker. It's more like a salmon-y tone than this is like kind of a brighter pink. But yeah, I do mix that one with my concealers as well, so. So is everybody getting excited for the Sephora sale? I wasn't going to get literally anything. I'm like, no, I need to stop. I need to stop. But I do have a couple things I wanted to try. I feel like I'm still, like I'm getting a little bit of bunching here. And like you can obviously still see that bag, but it's not as dark. So let's just go with the flow. I will use my Givenchy number 3 powder, so it is that kind of pinky tone as well. And that does have a tiny bit of coverage, so that will add to the brightening. So still, you can see that bag, but it's fine. We'll try it with the concealer and I'll show you how it looks mixed together. I always lose everything I'm looking for. Every time I do a video, I'm like, lost it. Okay. So we will go in with the pink. And then I will add just a dot of the Tower 28 Serum Concealer, Swipe All Over Concealer, this one. And I have the shade BU. I believe it's number 2. So we will just do a little mishmash of these. Did I need this? I mean, no, but I was curious because I've seen, I really wanted to try the Exa concealer. I've seen a lot of people use it. I've seen Blair from Simply.Blair use it, and it looks really nice. And then I was gonna get the Huda one, but I don't love the Huda Faux Filter Concealer. I think I'm the only one on the planet who doesn't love it, but I feel like it's heavy under my eyes. So I was scared that the corrector would be the same, so I didn't end up getting it. Tell me if you have both of them, which one do you like better? Because now I'm like, maybe I would have liked the Huda better, but it's dark. Like, it's not bright like this. It's like a dark, deeper dark pink. Even the Cherry Blossom. There's kind of like a salmony one, and then there's the Cherry Blossom. But are you looking at this? Like, whoa. Whoa. And don't be afraid. I know it looks white, but once I get the powder on, it looks better. Like right now, it looks a little bit like Calm Down 2016 bright under eye. But I liked that. Am I the only one? I mean, obviously I wasn't the only one, but I liked a bright under eye. Like the Tarte Shape Tape, I had a super light color in it. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it blends better with the concealer. I don't know. Something, I just like it better. I don't know why it sounds like somebody's literally knocking on my wall right now. Pretty sure the cleaner guy is vacuuming. Anyway, so you can see we have better coverage with the concealer, but it still looks good. Like, it still looks bright, but you do have that tiny bit of darkness that still will show through. So for my powder, because this is so glowy, I'm going to go in with a matte powder, and I'm just going to use the YSL powder. I'm trying to use like newer products that just came out so you guys can see what these all look like in action. This is the All Hours Hyper Finish powder in 01. And I don't want to go too heavy with the powder, so I'm not going to use a sponge. I'm just going to use a brush, fluffy brush. Because I really just want to take down the shine, mostly in my T-zone, but I feel like I need to go see what is going on. I don't like that I can hear somebody outside my bedroom. It's creepy. Okay, he is vacuuming. It's a vacuum. Sorry. It freaks me out. Watching too many scary shows. So I'm just gonna go in with the powder, and I'm using the puff for my nose because I do want to keep that area quite matte. And I think we'll go in with that Dior bronzer again because it's newer. So maybe I'm just gonna get a little bit of powder just right in the center. So we still have that glow. It's a little toned down. So I'll bring a glow back with the bronzer. So this is the Forever Natural Bronze Glow, and this is in the shade Coral Bronze 031. And I saw Sophia Sees Beauty use these, and she was saying that she doesn't like to use them as bronzer. She prefers it as a blush. I feel like I can use it as a bronzer. What I usually do is just go like this. I just tap the top and the bottom when I want to do my forehead. So I'm not getting any of that like peach color. And then once I go on my cheeks, then I'll swirl it all around. But I feel like it works for me as a bronzer. I don't know. It's not, everyone is saying it's super warm, and it is warm. It's not warm, that's for sure. But somehow it works. I don't know. Maybe I like a warm bronzer. I don't know. I thought I was more into cool toned bronzers or neutral, but maybe they don't give me enough color. I don't know. I was trying to do the quiz where it's like, are you a fall, summer, spring? I feel like I'm a neutral skin tone, so I feel like I can kind of do everything, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I do have a mix of green and blue veins. Sorry, the geese are going crazy. Okay, so this is the forehead. Now we're gonna mix all the shades. And you do see some of that coral come in once I mix them together. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any issues with just using it, like just using the bronzer areas on my forehead. I don't feel like it's too orange. It might look like it right now because I did put quite a bit, but and then just go under the chin. Such a pointy chin. I like to just snatch that up a little bit. And what I meant to do was use a bronzer, and I was going to mix a little bit of this in the contour. So maybe I'll do that now. I don't know how that'll look since I'm doing it after, but this is the Sephora Collection. It's like the Colorful Collection, I think it's called, and it's 02 light to medium. So maybe I'll just go right at the hairline here. And this definitely obviously has a cooler undertone to it. But I've been really liking these. I feel like they're nice. Like they're very smooth powders. And then I use the more cooler tone shade for my nose usually. This one here, which is Fair to Light. So I think I'm gonna go back in with this brush. Just kind of blend that in a little bit. And now, I was gonna say what blush am I gonna use, but not to worry, I have new blushes. So this isn't the new one. This is, I think it's pronounced Pomelo Peach, not Pomelo, I think. That's what Khaki said, and I'm just going to trust her because she seems smart. So, Pomelo Peach. And I've been wanting this one for a really long time, and it was just always sold out. So I'm like, finally, I'll just get it. And then Fire Moon is one of the newer shades. So I'll show you them together. Guys, when I got this, I was like, is this a fun size? Like, what's happening here? Because, I mean, I think we know, everybody knows that the sizes have changed, but like drastically. Okay, drastic change. And like, if you're gonna do a drastic change, do a drastic price change also, because the price is only like a few dollars cheaper. I want to say $4 cheaper. I think they were 48 Canadian and now they're 44, and I'm like, that's a lot. I know. Okay, listen, I know the Dior blushes are smaller. I get it. This is 5 grams. They used to be 11, I believe. Yes, 11. So I do already have Lavender Blonde, which is no longer, which I love. And I also have Watermelon Bliss, which I also love. So I wanted to get more neutral shades. But yeah, sorry, my fiance got home and I forgot where I was. So so these are the new shades. I still wanted to try them. I mean, it's just annoying. Why did they do that? I mean, I know people are happy about it, but like, it is nice. It's nice packaging. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. I thought this was rubbery, but it's not. Very pretty. Nothing wrong with it, but I knew they were going to do that. I'm like, watch them charge us pretty much the same price, pretty much, not the same, practically, and give us way less product. I just knew what was coming. As soon as they took them away, I'm like, there's no way they're taking them away forever. But anywho, let's get over it. And I'm going to, I almost forgot, I'm going to do the Dior on the face again as a highlight. I'm just going to take a little bit here. So about this much. I'll actually just show you what it looks like. It's very pretty on my dry hands. And I don't know where my other one, I don't know where my Charlotte Tilbury one is. I'm sorry. I would compare, but I don't know where it is. Is this still good? Ooh. Maybe not. So that is next to the e.l.f. Similar, but e.l.f. doesn't feel as, it's not hydrating, because this one I can still feel it's got that, it's just definitely not as hydrating, and the e.l.f. feels like it dries down quicker and it's maybe a little more glittery, in my opinion. It's my opinion. So let's go in with, where is my, go in with the foundation brush that I used, and I'll just try to add a little bit more of that glow. I think I soaked it up with my hand here. There we go. So even though I powdered, I like something that is able to go over top of powder too, and this goes over top of powder nicely. So, beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the blushes. So I want to use both of them so you can see what both the shades look like. So let's go in with Fire Moon first. So I'll put it kind of like in the contour area. And then maybe I'll put Pomelo Peach like kind of in this area so you can see the shades. That's pretty. If you're doing like a very neutral look, I think this is very nice. It's kind of scary looking and kind of looks a little bit orange when you just look at it head on. You're like, oh no. And I'll show you a comparison to She's So LA. Yeah, that's very, very pretty. So I'm gonna just take my blending brush again. And we'll go in with the peach. Sorry if you can hear him. I think he's making food, I'm not sure. So there is the peach. I feel like both of them together are beautiful. And I know it looks like I'm using a crazy, crazy amount, and I guess I am, but my face eats blush. I probably say this in every single video. So again, I'm going to just give it a little blendy blend here. And I think we will go in with the Makeup by Mariel palette again, because I did just the one look. So let's try another one here. I'll probably just do one eye on camera and then do the other eye off, just to make things a little quicker and easier. So we'll go in with a fluffy brush, and let's go in with maybe let's go in with this one all over the lid. Got scared I wasn't recording for a second there. I've been loving this palette. I know this is so boring to so many people, but boring is my middle name. Ugh, you guys, what do you do about rude people? Because I get comments and I get offended. And it's just annoying. Like, I feel like people will say something so rude and then put like a heart beside it and be like, love ya. And it's like, or you could just say what you have to say that's nice and just hold your tongue on the rest of it, you know? Like, nobody needs to hear your eyebrows make you look like a man. Manly, okay? Is that nice? No. It's like, you could have just held off on that part and said the rest. I don't know. Or your looks look the same all the time. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, everybody has a style of makeup that they prefer. And I feel like if you don't like the style that I do, then I'm sorry, but this is just how I prefer my makeup to look. I don't know. Then we'll go in with this second shade here, which is MN8. I don't know why I had to look. It's just the 8th shade. And go in the crease. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like even if I thought something, like say I was watching somebody's video and they went too heavy on, I don't know, like I was watching Magdalene Janet the other day and somebody commented on her short, like, your bronzer looks way too heavy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why was that necessary? Like, why? I just feel like you don't need to say everything you think. You could have just left it. Like, who cares? That's how she likes wearing it. Ugh. I don't know. I guess when you put yourself out there, you definitely open yourself up to rude comments. And yeah. But it's just funny because that video, it was the Dior video that I did. It was using the Smoky Essentials palette, and I even specifically said in that video, I do not like my eyebrows today. They're way too heavy. And I'm like, they're too dark. How many comments do I get about my eyebrows in that video? I'm like, did you watch it? because I said it. Ugh. Anyway, so let's go in with MN1 and MN2. And we'll just put that up. I'm doing my other eye. What's wrong with me? I always say that. I'm like, I'll do my other eye off camera, and then I do them both. I get enthralled in my conversation. Anyway, I just think there is some kickback with this, kick up. I didn't mention that in my video when I was using this, but there definitely is, so just be aware of that. If you're somebody who doesn't like that, you may not love that about this palette. Let's go in with the gray. So this is MN 8, 9, 10, 11. And we will kind of put that in the crease a little bit. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of going with the flow. But yeah, I'm just taking like a tinier fluffy brush. Anyway, yeah, I just... And then I feel like I have to reply back, but also not in a bitchy fashion. But also, like, you don't have to be rude. And with the your looks look the same, that's actually one of my more different looks because I did a full smoky, and usually I just do like smoky on the outer corner, or, and I know I do a winged liner a lot, can't help it, like it. It's just what I like. But I don't know. Okay. So I think we will stop there with that shade, and then I will go in with, I think, Whiskey eyeliner. Whiskey and the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful waterproof eyeliner here. Contour Eye Pencil, it's called. So this is Tiramisu and Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And this is waterproof as well, and this is Whiskey. So just pull it out a little bit. And then I will blend that out a bit with a angled brush. And let's go in with these two here. So this is 10 and, oh, sorry, 9 and 10. MN9 and MN10. I was going to say 10 and 11. It is not. 9 and 10. I mean, I feel like my Chanel video was definitely a different look than I normally do. I tried to like mix it up a little bit, but also, you know, everyone has their way that they do makeup. I mean, tell me, do you want to see more colorful looks or no winged eyeliner? I can't help it. I think because I have a hood here, I just like that it lifts my eye a little bit. I never thought I had hooded eyes, and then I realized, oh, when I open my eyes, you don't see my eyelid at all. Like, I guess I do. So we will do the same on this eye. Kind of far away from my mirror, so if this looks bad, sorry. Anyway, I don't know why I even care. Sometimes people are just looking for a reaction, but it's hard not to care sometimes, you know? Okay, so going back in with those two shades, 9 and 10. Kind of went way over my shadow there, or my liner, but that's okay. It's not gonna be perfect. Anyways, I love Magdalene Janet. Her channel's awesome. And she always looks so good. I'm always like, what's on your eyes? What's on your cheeks? She usually puts most of her stuff in the description boxes, so. Okay, so let's just curl the lashes here. I think I need a new eyelash curler. I don't feel like this one is doing it for me anymore. This one is from Lancome, but it's old. Like, I just feel like I'm not getting my lashes. Okay, so before I put the mascara on, I'm gonna just use, let's go with maybe this shade underneath the eye. Because I don't want it to be too smoky. This is gonna be a very similar look to the one I did using this last time, but it's a little bit different. Is my under eye too bright? Because I feel like this one isn't too bright. This one might be a little bit too bright. I don't know. What do you think? But then there's not as much coverage on this one. I have been liking that Serum color corrector concealer. Whatever it is, I've been liking it. It doesn't leave me with like the smoothest under eye. Like, you can kind of see I still have a little bit of a line there, but it's nice. I feel like nothing these days leaves me with a super smooth under eye. That one doesn't look bad. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit higher, and then I'll go do my mascara and my brows, and I will be right back. They got out of control again. Okay, so this one is all right. And oh my god, my hand is so dry. Don't even look. It's horrendous. It looks like a 90-year-old lady's hand. Okay. Yeah, so that one's okay. This one got out of hand, so I'm just gonna cover it. Okay. So for lips, we're gonna go in with Oak from MAC. Hadn't used this in a really long time. And I saw Rachel Leary do the most beautiful makeup look, and she used Myth, and then in another one she used Creme de Nude. And I was like, I need to pull out my MAC lipsticks. Although this one's looking pretty orange on me right now. Thought it was more cool toned. Maybe let's go in with, this one's kind of orangey too though. Yeah, kind of the same. Skin by Kim, #1. So let's go in with Creme de Nude. Oop. I'm the worst. Is it too peachy? Do we like that better? I don't know. It's just okay. Say Less by Patrick Ta. It's fine. Okay, so that is the finished makeup look. The Makeup by Mario, Mastermattes, the Neutrals palette. This is the, sorry, my sideburns always get in the way. I just shaved my face. This is the Haus Labs blushes, the two combined, so Pomelo Peach and Fire Moon. I think it's very pretty. I really like these. Not the new increased, not increased price. It's a lower price, but you know, smaller size, lower price. So I think it's an increase. But yeah, I do really like, it's obviously a really good quality blush, and I really loved the formula, which is why I even bothered to get the two. But yeah, so I think maybe I'll do a check-in later and show you how my face is looking, like if it's looking oily or anything like that. But I do really like the under eye. Like I do feel like look at that. I feel like that definitely made a difference. So big yes for all of the products that I got lately. I was gonna say today, but I didn't get them today. And then what else? We had these. Oh yeah, the Dior. So the Dior I really like, and that's shocking because I'm oily. So I just feel like the skin does look really smooth, but it looks healthy. I mean, you can kind of see like a little bit of fine lines, like my little 11s here. But besides that, I feel like it's looking really fresh and like dewy, but not greasy dewy. So let me know what you think. I will come back, like I said, for a check-in at the end of the day, and we'll see how this wears. I fixed my eyebrow. Still a little jacked up, but what can you do? I forgot to swatch this, so I'm gonna do that, and then I will come back with a after gym. I'll show you my face looks like after the gym. However, I do wear a mask, so that could accentuate the glow, I'm gonna say. I think it probably will, but I meant to compare these. So She's So LA and Fire Moon. So I will compare these for you. Not as close as I would have expected. I did actually ask Not Fit for Print Beauty, Rebecca. She's so sweet, and she will always do comparisons. If you ask, she will do them for you on, so this is She's So LA, the cream. This is the powder in Fire Moon. So sorry, Patrick Ta, Haus Labs, and then I will do the powder maybe above. Anyway, she's super awesome, and she will always do swatches for you if you request them. So they're close, but not that close. I would say the Haus Labs is closest to the cream in She's So LA. This one is definitely more like brownie toned. I would say this has a little more like, I don't want to say like peach, but maybe a little more peachy, like sunburned. I would say Patrick Ta's maybe a little more orangey. I'm so bad at explaining this, but it's just not identical. Closest to the cream. But yeah, if ever there's a new product and Rebecca's reviewing it. She's so awesome, and she will always take requests, I guess, for swatches. So go follow her if you're not, because she's the best. And then I'm just going to compare, I guess, Pomelo Peach maybe would be comparable to, not really this one. I was gonna say this by, sort of, but this one's definitely got a lot more glow. This is a little bit more matte. This is Pretty Peach. Yeah, no, this one's definitely like has a sheen to it. Whereas the Haus Labs are matte, but they're not like a flat matte, if that makes sense. So this is Haus. Haus looks a little bit more like pinky toned, I would say. And then maybe let's compare to the new Chanel. I don't want to get my blazer dirty. Why am I wearing a blazer at home? I don't know. I was just trying it on and I was like, ooh, I like this blazer. Oh, this is not the blush. That is the eyeshadow. Sorry. Compare the blush here. Oh my goodness, this is dropping everything. Okay. Oh, okay. So did I need Pomelo Peach? No. Very similar. I wouldn't say it's exact. So this is Chanel, this is Haus Labs. And then I'll do the pink. So that was just that like corally shade. I'll do the pink beside as well, or above maybe. So the pink's obviously different, but these two, pretty similar. Again, I apologize for my dry hand, but yeah. So those are the swatch comparisons, and I think that is all for swatches. So I will be back later with a probably very greasy face, because let's be honest, I'm going to the gym and I'm wearing a mask, so I'm sure you can imagine that it's gonna be all sweaty up in here. But I mean, I'm already glowy on the forehead, but I don't feel disgusting. Like, I don't feel over the top. I think because my nose is under control, the rest doesn't feel bad to me. So be back in a bit after my workout, and my lip has already come off, but to be expected. Okay, so we're at the end of the day. I did my workout and I'm shocked how good this still looks. So thumbs up, and I don't look like a total grease ball. I actually feel like I look maybe less greasy because it's hydrating. So maybe when I'm like putting too much mattifying products, maybe I'm, I don't know, stripping my face and it's like trying to make up for it. But I'm happy. It's been about 7 hours-ish, but I'm probably gonna shower soon and take my makeup off, so I just wanted to show you what it looked like now. But yeah, thumbs up on the Star Glow filter. I think that's what it's called, by Dior. Anyways, I hope you have a good night, and I will see you soon. Bye.